Hi, I saw this documentary, Nirbhaya's documentary, and I thought I would share my opinions about it because there were a lot of feelings that was going through my mind, and I just wanted to put it out there so that even if it is one person who is hearing this and he or she thinks that um, what I feel is the same way that they feel, then I'll be really feeling good and accomplished. So what I noticed is they have no such thing as which is called as remorse in their face when they talk about the incident and all that. It felt like these people do not have any heart. I don't know how a person can be like that, because I cannot imagine a person doing such heinous crime and then sitting there justifying it, rather than sitting looking down and accepting his mistake and accepting the punishment. If I were that person, I would hang my head in shame, and I would accept my mistake, and I would take the punishment. This guy and the people who are defending him, they are sitting there justifying whatever they did, and on top of it they are trying to propagate the mentality or view that all the Indian men, according to them, shares. And it is so demeaning, it is so um, poisoning to our society. And the way people view Indians or Indian men with this documentary is pathetic. And I'm sure 100% of the Indian male population are not rapists. There are fathers, there are brothers, there are people who are in good positions, there are well educated, disciplined people in India, in society, which is worldwide known, and they are in good positions in different places of the world. But these people are being given so much of importance and publicity, which makes other people hang their head in shame. So I felt like these people are given a lot of importance that they are not supposed to be given. The only thing they need is a quick punishment and hanging their heads, and that's it. Nothing more than that is deserved. I heard these men were paid for this interview. He negotiated for, he asked for 2 lakhs, and they finally settled on 40,000 for this interview. It made me feel horrible. Is this guy a celebrity? I don't understand why he is being paid for giving these kind of details. Is he a celebrity? I don't really understand why is he given so much of importance. I don't think this documentary need to be banned anyway, because there are things in this documentary which people should be seeing, and the documentary, as a result, it gives us mixed feelings about the whole incident, and make us think about the incident, and probably rethink about our own mindset, and make us improve, as a better person. So I really don't think that it should be banned. But giving this person a celebrity status is something I cannot digest, and that is wrong in many ways. We are not doing justice to her, for the pain she went through. The most striking thing I understood in this thing is that a guy can do such heinous crime and still can be a celebrity and can earn money with that. Oh my God, that is an awakening for me. Is this called as a negative publicity? I don't know. Anyway, he is succeeding in that. So by giving more attention to this guy, we are actually cultivating people like him and giving them opportunities for doing such crimes. The first thing that we should do is publicize their faces, publicize their names everywhere, and gather all these people into a room or a place or an island or something, shoot or hang them. I don't know what to do, but um, the final punishment should be they should not come back to the society. The juvenile that they are saying is 17 years and 6 months, and this guy is going to be released this December 2015. So he is coming back to the society. His name is not published, his face is not published. I wouldn't even know if this guy knocks at my door, okay, as a pizza guy or as any delivery guy. I wouldn't know, right? So he is a potential threat to the society, and he is the one who did the most heinous thing to the girl. So I don't think he should be free at all. And this guy is just 6 months short. Imagine a person called as given such such care and all the benefits of a juvenile when he's just 6 months short. That means this guy is now around 19 years. So he's not at all a juvenile anymore, but still he is being his face is covered, right? Don't you think it is wrong? I really cannot understand it. I don't really understand the process involved in this. Sure, India is a democratic country and everybody has their rights and everything, but a case like this where you have the evidence, you have all the proofs, you have the victim, you know that these people are wrong, then why wait for justice? That's what I don't understand. If it was a case where a person can have a benefit of doubt, or it can be proved later that this guy can be innocent, then I think giving him an opportunity to justify himself or giving him some time to defend himself in a case, that can be counted. But for this case, this is completely proven that these people are monsters. These people have done the most heinous crime anybody can even think of, So giving them this much of leisure time and payment and celebrity status and all the benefits of being juvenile and all that, covering their faces and all that, that is completely injustice to the other people who are living peacefully in the society. And I would like to request people to do not judge every person in India with this one story. There are a lot of people who are doing good for society, doing good for themselves and living peacefully. But there is a dark side of India where we have people who are very poor, we have people who do not have their necessities, and we have criminals like these. And I am very sure that the moment right now when I am talking, some girl is being abused, some girl is being tortured or raped at this very moment. I am very sure about it. So what can we do about it? I think these people should be hanged. When the justice is fast and when the justice is done quickly, you can at least expect people to behave properly out of fear. Even if the person have the imagination of doing such crime, he will try to resist, or he will try to go further back and fear the justice system and do not do that crime. Okay, so for that, at least the punishment should be fast. That is the example that I think India need to show to the world, not by keeping these kind of criminals for 2 and 3 and 4 years. Sometimes these people age naturally till 14 years and 20 years, and then they die naturally, okay, and the punishment is not even done. These things happen in India because one case gets solved after 25 years sometimes, and that time the victim is dying, and sometimes the criminals are dying naturally. They are aging gracefully, the small beautiful wrinkles and all that, and then they are dying. So I don't think the justice system is doing the work that they are supposed to do. I feel as a common person, common citizen, these people should be given immediate punishment. Or maybe, you can make it better by doing the same things that they did to their victim. I think it sounds fair because they did this kind of heinous crime to the victim. Why don't they deserve it? Why to have a peaceful punishment for them? They have to undergo the hurt, the hurt, the pain that girl underwent at that time. I cannot imagine it. No girl deserve this. They wanted to teach her a lesson. Why? I don't understand. For what? Just because she went with a boy in the night? They haven't seen this girl before. This is the first time they are seeing this girl, and they immediately thought that she is a bad girl. I don't know. Why do they think that a girl at night is a potential girl for a bad person? Or I don't really want to use the word. You know what I mean, right? So I don't think that is fair. The thought process, the mindset is the problem here. So I don't know whether each and every person who think like that can be picked out and educated and all that. I think it is too late for it. What we can do right now is the punishment, and at least with that, the criminal people or this kind of mindset, the sick-minded people can refrain themselves from committing these crimes. So the lawyers, the educated ones, they are also having the same mindset. The only difference is that they have not done the rape. So what does that show? There are people who are educated, who are wealthy, but who have a sick mind. So this is something very important to notice. That is, even if you have education, even if you have a good reputation, even if you are in a good company, doesn't mean that you are a good person in heart. It means it's just the way your mind is set up. Probably you have an influence when you grew up or something. I don't know, the way you grew up, that kind of influences you, or your brain is wired like that, or you are patient. I don't understand. But it's very difficult to understand a person if he's gonna commit a crime or not. And for the men who complains that women always judge men like they're going to rape her, and those men whose ego is hurt when a woman says no, I think they should take they should go to a doctor as well, because no rapist will come with a board that I am a rapist. Everybody should be seen as a kind of potential rapist, in our society. I, as a woman, I don't feel safe in India after 6:30. Okay, my life, and so is my friends and my family. Our life is adjusted with the current society, and we have tuned it in a way that we try to avoid those kind of scenarios. I don't say that is wrong, because that works for people, because we cannot, technically people say we can wear whatever we want and all that. That is the right thing to do. I too support it. But the problem is, if we wear what we want and we go to the places like this, these kind of people, if they have the intelligence to understand that this is my choice if I have to rape or not, this is my choice that this girl is wearing, so that is not her fault, it is my choice, so I have to refrain from raping her. If they had the intelligence to think like that, then I don't think they would ever commit a rape. So they are idiots, and that's why they are trying to figure out, according to their mindset, trying to figure out who is the dirty girl and trying to pick her. Okay, and for them, they don't go with an Excel sheet like, this girl is looking so beautiful, this girl is having beautiful features, so I can rape this girl. Or this girl is very young, or she's not looking good, so this girl doesn't deserve a good life, I can rape her. They don't go with an Excel plan. They just want somebody who look like a woman. They don't even take care what age they are. They don't even take care, if she is married, if she is young, if she is having a kid, if she is a mother, if she is a grandmother. They don't even care about that. These people are so corrupted in their minds. They are just blind, and over the top, they have alcohol in all the crimes as well. So already these people are sick, and on top of it, you have alcohol in most of the cases like this, and that will make them go crazy and do things which I don't know, I cannot even explain. So what I'm trying to say is, this documentary is something we need to watch, and we need to understand, because each one of us is actually contributing to our society and our social setup. So we have to take our steps. We have to correct ourselves in many ways, and then contribute to our society. And we have to make a system where justice is fast, and the punishment is something very big, that anybody who thinks of committing a crime will think twice. There are so many things I would like to say about this, but I don't think the video is already too long, so I'm just stopping right now. Thank you for hearing what I have to say. Thank you so much.